So the Dragon Ball Super Fusion World card game is set to be released in a couple weeks from now, with its first booster box releasing on the 23rd of February, and even earlier, the 4 starter decks being the Goku, Vegeta, and Broly and Frieza deck, which was available to use in the open beta digital version, which has me super excited because I actually used to open up the old original Dragon Ball Super card game stuff and was an avid purchaser of that from 6 years ago. I even posted videos on this channel before my face was even revealed, which is absolutely nuts. I spent a pretty penny on those cards, but unfortunately, I was not able to really get into it as heavily because there was no real community around this area. I live in Australia, so I feel like if you're in America, it's way easier to have a community around you that plays a certain card game. Back over here, it's more like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, which I did play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively back in the X and Synchro days, which was when I mained Twilight, Draginity, you know, those kind of days. But with the digital version of this game coming out and me able to play on live streams, twitch.tv/jfana, and actually verse people, I'm going to get really into this, and hopefully I can make this like a main part of the channel, because I'm really into like card games, strategy games. That's why I play Dokkan over here. So yeah, with that said, I did pre-order the first booster box, the Awakened Pulse, and they did release the card list. So we are going to be checking out the entire card list to see what we're trying to pull within that. I'm not going to be so heavily invested in the physical cards as much as I'm more of like a player than a collector. So that's what I'm trying to aim for. I'm not really trying to pull the secret rare of every single booster box or anything, but I do want to do giveaways for codes because they will have codes within the packs. And I don't know if there's actually codes in the starter decks, but I'm going to avoid that because I'd rather just get the packs instead and maybe give away to you guys on stream or on videos when I open them. So I hope to, provide you with some value on this channel. And hopefully the digital version does come out the exact same time as the booster box or the starter decks because I want to get start ranking up as soon as possible, of course. But anyway, the card list is on their website, so we're going to have a look at that. There is 163 total cards, so this is going to be like a podcast thing. Not too many cuts, hopefully. Hopefully I don't screw up talking. And I'm not going to go into too much details of each card. We'll just read it out. I'll just say if it's good or not or whatnot. Maybe this will influence what starter deck to grab as well. Since in the beta, you could open like 1 pack a day, and then like at the start of the beta, you got like 1,000 gems, which is like 10 packs, which is really not enough to fully build a deck, sadly. So I felt like that the Frieza deck and the Broly deck, or not the Broly deck, but maybe I guess the Frieza deck was probably the best starter deck to grab, as it was strongest with its starter deck compared to the others. But now that you have, like, I guess, unlimited packs to grab, you could probably build, like, a better deck than the Frieza one, I'd assume. So let's jump into it here. Some cards were available in the beta, so maybe I'll talk about the experience. Like this Goku here, who awakens into Super Saiyan Blue Goku, who gives battle cards of Universe 7 a 5,000 power boost when awakened and has draw 1 when attacking. Felt like he was pretty weak during the beta, but you'll have more Universe 7 support for sure. And I think he could actually be really, really good because I see his potential. Like, the 5,000 power can actually, especially late game, like if it was front, then, but like here, it's pretty strong. And then we do have alternative art, so we get to look at that, which looks absolutely amazing. I will say some arts, and we'll see it throughout this card list, are very mediocre for sure, and very weird. I assume they're all original art as well, like drawn for the specific card game, maybe with references from, the series. But yeah, these they should have taken more reference from the series, I think, because some do look real goofy. This Beerus card was very annoying to verse. I do see like the benefit of having a critical leader that can just always threaten in early game, because you obviously don't want to lose a life without drawing a card. Having cards so early in the game is like super good. So yeah, and then this 5,000 power is really nice to take out some of the earlier like high powered level 2 energy cards. So that's really cool. And then he becomes a drawing card when he flips up, and this is actually really good as well, especially if you can lose like your life as soon as possible. This can kill your actual characters. So very, very strong, and it works well with the actual red deck, because the red deck loves the minus power of the enemy, and if they drop under 0, it means they literally die. Then we have an alternative art for Beerus, which is pretty cool. You know, like in theory, I guess with like if once we get like the foil, it would probably look cool, but from like just static image, it doesn't look like the greatest. It definitely looks fan made. Then we have battle cards now. So we got Vardos. Choose up to one of your other battle cards with Universe 6 in it. Special trait and gets power 5,000. So there's probably going to be some Universe 6 special trait units, which I don't know is probably the most wisest thing, especially through one booster box. We'll see how much Universe 6 support we get. This Whis was very annoying as well. It could actually change the game up, like extra minus 5,000. Add one card from your life to your hand during this turn. The next time you use an extra, reduce the cost by a red energy, which is pretty strong, actually. Losing a life helps you with the momentum, gives you a card in your hand, and allows you to use your extra cards, which I think, what's it called? Kamehameha? That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous card for sure as an extra. Then we have Caulifla, 25,000 power, 5 energy. Hopefully they will... I don't know if we were allowed to, but I never saw anybody use it, like mixed decks. I wonder what the meta will be, because this is a brand new game. Although it plays very similar, maybe identical to the original card game. Yeah, this will be... Because these dots here tell you how many red energy you actually need in order to summon. But anyway, play up to 1 KO with a cost of 3 from your hand. I can see this could be potentially very good eventually. Maybe you want something like... I guess you have to run Beerus as the leader unless there's another leader down here, but I think they show the leaders first. You maybe want a Universe 6 leader that can support it more frequently. We got Kaba here, which is a 7 cost. It's going to be very hard. Like, it's very hard to get 7 costs a lot of the time. Unless you are versing like a very equal deck. Or you're running green, of course. That can provide energy. Unless the Universe 6 can provide you energy. To actually pull this off. Because usually the game ends by like 5 energy or 6 energy. Super Combo, which is... Okay, so... Really, this is not even a playable card. I don't know why. I was thinking that this 7 costs... I don't know. You don't run it. I should have read the effect, truth be told. This is on your opponent's turn on defending. I wonder if there's super combos for your turn. That doesn't require energy. Obviously, there's the extra cards that give you power, but I wonder if there's ones where you throw it out and, you know, you get 25,000 power, 20,000 power without using an energy. This Krillin's actually pretty good as well. Does cost 4, which I think you're better off just using Ultimate Gohan. I think he costs 4 as well. But, yeah, 20,000 power. Gohan, I think, is 15, minus 15,000 power, but he has critical, which is a lot better. And he's only a 15,000 attacking unit, which is not that good. We got another Kale. When attacking, once per turn, if you have a Caulifla battle card with a cost of 5, switch this card to active mode. So she's pretty much a double attacker, which is pretty cool. And she can be special summoned. Is that what we're calling it? By Caulifla, which is really nice for no energy cost at all. Then we have the Sayonel. If you have 2 or more battle cards with Namekian in the special trait, this card gets 5,000 power. This one's a skip, but pretty high power, 25,000. Then we have Champa with no effect, just a 4 cost 30,000 powerhouse, which aren't too important. Supreme Kai, which is a your leader is God Destruction. It will get 10,000 power, so it works well with Beerus. 3 cost 20,000, technically 30,000 power, not too bad. Android 17 blocker. This card gets 15 power, so very good blocker. 2 costs, gets 25,000 when blocking. Gets a total of 25,000 power when blocking, so can be actually a tanky unit to have. Then we have Android 18. Look at 5 cards from the top. Reveal 1 Krillin up to 1 Android 17. Add it to your hand. Place the rest in the bottom. If you're not running Krillin, not really worth it. Then we have Blue Goku. Add 1 card from your life to your hand. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards. That's pretty nice. 3 cost as well. And then we have alternative art for it, which looks amazing. To see, this art looks great. This art looks really good, for sure. Just a super rare. I think that's what SR is, super rare. And then this Gohan, actually a pretty good card as well. Actually very, very annoying. The fact that on play, minus 10,000 of all your opponents can be a good momentum switch. And then we have Great Priest. This card cannot attack. All your battle cards with Angel in the special trait gets 10,000 power. Not really worth it. Tien blocker. Just a basic blocker for level 1. Can't be too mad about that. Level 2, Dr. Rhoda. Blocker effect. And then when KO'd, it chooses 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 10,000 power for the turn. Pretty good if you can actually kill an opponent, but because if you, it could be alright. It could be alright. I don't know if minusing an enemy's power on their turn for the turn is realistically that good. Piccolo, this one is pretty useless. I've versed this guy many times. Don't know really if that is that important to give Gohan a boost like that. Hits, add 1 card from your life to your hand when attacking. Choose up to 1 of your battle cards, and it gets minus 5,000 power for the turn, which is alright. Because this is actually optional, and you still get the effects, which is pretty cool. 2 costs, 20,000 power, and a way to mill out your life to switch faster. I don't mind it at all. I use that for Zarbon and the second form Freeze on the Frieza deck. Then we have the alternative art for Hit. Looking kind of funky, but the extra shading does save it. Same effect. Then we have Purina, which is a level 1, 15,000 power with a 10,000 combo. Not the worst thing, but I'd rather have units with level 1 power that can set me up into something ridiculous. So it's not my style, but I mean, maybe I'm not the pro here. I'm trying to be really good, obviously. I don't want to be crap and post videos, but yeah, if you can let me know on strategies or team builds, like I have a Discord in the description. Just make sure you have the other role, and then we have a Dragon Ball Super card game little channel where we talk about the future cards and whatnot, which I hope to build like some sort of community. Would be nice. So we got this level 5 Beerus. I don't know if we call it level 5. Energy 5 Beerus. He has a critical, which is cool. Discard 1 card from your hand. Choose all your opponent's battle cards with 25,000 power or less and KO them. That is cool. That is cool. Level 5 is definitely usable for sure. Minus 25,000 power is very, very nice. Then we have the alternative art for Beerus. This one looks great. That one looks great. And we got a Frieza, which is very weird to see as a red character. But there he is. 3 cost, 25,000 power. And then we have Frost, which I think actually works really good. Actually can be very annoying to actually verse. But the problem is, if they can't attack, then you can't force them to, help you lose your life to 4, which is an issue. But if you have like Beerus, where he doesn't really draw for you, so switching doesn't really matter too much, and you can just get some free crits in, I think it actually is a nice little combo. Then we have Fuwa. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and at minus 15,000 power for the turn. So you can see what they're trying to do here for these red characters. And then with Vegeta, this card gets 10,000 power while it's in battle with an opponent's battle card. 30,000 power, 2 costs. Not bad. Then we have the Botamo. This card cannot be KO'd in battle, which is pretty cool. It's like a free attack in a way, because nobody's really going to combo into Botamo or attack Botamo if you can't be KO'd in battle. I think what's like green doesn't really have a counter, or from the starter deck, green doesn't have a counter. I remember versing this guy and I just couldn't get him out. Unless you summon the Brawly, Super Brawly, to KO him with an effect, but that would be a complete waste. And then you have Frieza's deck, which can't really do much about him as well. Just keep him rested or something like that. So he can be annoying to deal with if they don't have a counter, but you know, red can counter it, blue can counter it. So if they're popular and meta, then it's not really the greatest card. And then Megetta, just a basic 20,000 power, 2 energy. And now we're on extras for red. Look at the 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 card, choose one of your leader, up to 1 battle card gets 15,000 power. So one of those extra 15,000 power energy costing things with an extra effect as to looking at 5 cards and revealing 1 card from Universe 7 and adding it to your hand, which is pretty nice. Always good to have these just to end an enemy or force out a super combo or, you know, finish the deal, right? And then this one is for Universe 6 instead. So same effect, but for Universe 6. So this, I think, is the only field that I encountered during the beta. If so, then if we don't find another one, this could be very handy because there will be no counters, because you can only destroy a field by placing another field down, which in this one switches this card to rest mode and choose your leader up to one of your battle cards gets 5,000 power for the battle, which you have nothing, and it's an undestructible card. It sets you up really nicely, and it helps you combo into something. Time skip was actually, I don't know, this is a pretty good card, I'll say. Minus 35,000 power for 3 cost. You can actually like take out Golden Freezer for 3 cost. It actually, a lot of cards are 35,000 power or less. And that is 4 energy, 5 energy. And so you can get like a positive energy against your opponent very easily with this guy. So I think it's a valuable card to have. Maybe not 4 copies, maybe like 2 to 3, just to, because you obviously it's kind of pointless early game, because you don't want to use it on a 2 energy, 1 energy, even 3 energy kind of character, unless it's like a really good 3 energy character, which I don't think there's too many really good 3 energy characters. And even then, it's not really ideal to run too many 3 energy cards to begin with, since you'd rather just get like a 2 energy, 1 energy combo that can set you up into a better turn 4 or turn 5. Mafuba is another extra card. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets 15,000 power. So just a weaker version of the it's the hit one and the Universe 6 and the time skip one. I wouldn't say I would like, I don't hate it, but I'd rather get the 15,000 power instead, and actually get an effect as to searching a character, which could then use it as a combo as well. So if you really need it to, I think this is not ideal. Then, okay, we're on to blue. So we have Goku Black. This was, every time I versed Goku Black, I literally was like, okay, well, unless you got really lucky, there's no way you build a really good team. So it has the same effect as the Beerus. 5,000 power for your turn, critical hit. And then this one, instead, you draw 1 card and you can activate the main effect, which places 1 Zamasu from your battle area to the bottom of your deck. During this turn, next time you use and play Goku Black from your hand, reduce the cost by 2. Like, obviously, this main effect is stupid if you don't have Zamasu or Goku Black. Like, at least 4 copies of each, right? And multiple. So, when I versed in the beta, I was like, okay, you're not going to do much. You're not going to do much. You might as well just stay in the Never Awakened at that point. So, let's see what support they do have. This is the alternative art. Oh, Goku Black looks clean. Very, very clean. Oh my god, that looks nice. Looks real nice. 20 minutes already into this recording, holy. Then we got the Trunks, which is drawing 1 card, and you can flip this at 4. Once per turn, choose up to 1 battle card with 3 cost or less, and return it to the owner's hand. it's not the craziest effect because they can just use that 3 cost to combo something, rather than like putting it at the bottom of your deck or something. So it helps in a way, especially if like that 3 cost is affecting your attacking turn or something like that, like a blocker or a Batama or something. But yeah, most of the time a different effect is better, I'd say. But I can definitely see the potential. And then we have the alternative for Trunks, which realistically is not that amazing. I mean, if this is foil here, the sword might be cool. I like the front compared to the original front just a little bit, but I think the back sides of each Trunks, that sounded sus. It's not the craziest difference, but this might look slightly better. Okay, we got our first Goku Black card. If you have 7 and fewer cards in your hand, draw 1 card. So this still plays into like the Vegeta deck, where if you have lower cards, you get a benefit. So it's pretty cool. You could put this guy in your Vegeta deck if necessary. Then we have a 30,000 4 energy cost Goku Black Rose. A 6 cost energy Goku Black Rose. Add up to 1 card with a cost of 4 or less from your drop to your hand. That's nice. And if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, play up to 1 battle card with 4 or less from your hand. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. 6 cost though, so not gonna play it too many times, but you know, and it's a special summon, which is kind of cool. And then if you have Zamasu, then you can play this card even earlier, for sure. And then we have the alternate art, which is not too bad as well. And then Gowasu, look at 5 cards from your top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Goku Black or Zamasu, add it to your hand. This is necessary if you're running that Goku Black little archetype. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in random order. Then we have Gowasu level 2. Choose up to 1 card with the cost of 2 or less in your battle area and return it to your opponent's hand when KO'd. If it was a blocker, then this would be a great card, I think. But sometimes, if your opponent knows what they're doing, they probably will never attack this. But that could be a bad thing as well, since you can keep a free Zamasu. Yeah, and I guess because it has a limit of cost 2 or less, if they have just a 3 cost energy, then they could just frick this guy up anyway. Zamasu level 1. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 1 or less and place it at the bottom. See, this is a nicer effect because it puts it at the bottom of the deck. And it's on play as well, so could be nice early thing. Although, if usually level 1s are on play stuff, so maybe you don't want to do that. Like, for example, like there's level 1s that can search a card or give you a draw. You don't want them to activate that again. Kind of stupid. So maybe I'd avoid that one. And maybe use this. If you have a Goku Black battle card, this card gains a blocker. This one's a nicer Zamasu for level 1. Then another level 1 Zamasu. So you can get a lot of Zamasus in your deck. This one's a level 1 15,000 power, and a 10,000 combo. I would probably use this card quite a lot, actually. Just as keeping your hand for the combo and a nice 15,000 powerhouse for just 1 cost. Shu is a blocker. Then we have Son Goku Saiyan. Choose up to 1 battle card with 4 or more cost and return it to your hand. That's pretty strong, especially for a 2 cost. That counters a lot of things. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and return it to your owner's hand. Oh, so you need to return 1 of yours to return 1 of theirs. Oh, okay. Okay. I was just very confused for a second. I think that's still worth it if you can play it right. Because they have no cost limit, so yeah, that could be broken, actually. Could be very good to have. Then we have a Super Saiyan Blue blocker Goku. If you have 7 or fewer cards, this gets 10,000 power on your opponent's turn. That's good. That's good. And then just a level 3 Son Goku, 25,000 power. Future Trunks, when attacking at the end of the turn, place this card at the bottom of your deck. not really a fond of that. You want to keep as much energy used cards on the field, I guess. If you summon a card, you don't want it returning to anywhere, really, unless it has some effect later on down the line. But because it's at the bottom of your deck, good luck seeing that again. Then we have I think this is the alternative art. Choose up to one. Yeah. Oh no, this is a whole different one. Never mind. Add one card from your life to your hand. That's good. I take that. And then choose up to one battle card with a cost of 5 or less and return it to your owner's hand. To its owner's hand. That's good. That is good. There's the alternative, which looks... This one looks amazing, man. This is good. This is good. I think a lot of the weird cards come from the Freezer army. So that's at the very end, because I think it goes blue, then green, then yellow. Then we have another Trunks, which chooses up to one battle card with a cost of 3 or less and return it to your owner's hand. I can see this Trunks Future Saga thing can be actually very annoying to deal with, actually. Always returning to your hand. Especially late game. Then we have Trunks Youth. This guy is really good. Level 2 that can siphon your life out and a blocker. Barbarian. Let's not add him. Then we have Haru and Maki. If you have 7 fewer cards in your hand, choose up to one of Future Trunks and add it. And it gets... Choose up to one of your Future Trunks cards and it gets 10,000 power. Don't really like it that much. But if it does it include... Actually, does it say battle cards? No, so I think you can put this on your leader, which could be handy. Pan, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards from your hand. Yeah, it could help. I wouldn't say run 4 of them, though. If you have 7 or fewer cards, this is peel off. Add 1 card with a cost of 1 or less and Earthling in a special traits from your drop to your hand. This could be... This could be a very good card. Bulma, which is a 1-cost Earthling. Once per turn, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand during the turn, next time you use an extra from your hand, reduce the cost, which is very nice. Was it Final Flash? That thing's deadly, man. Having 4 Final Flashes. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, switch this card to active mode. This is a really nice Vegeta as well. Get a free attack that then becomes active. And then pretty much vulnerable, and then pretty much invulnerable unless you use effects on this guy, or actually rest him and then KO him, or you can use this guy as a combo for 5,000 power. So I think it is actually a very nice card for a level 3. Probably one of the few level 3s that are pretty good like that. Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue, which is a 4-cost. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 1 less and place it at the bottom of the owner's hand, then switch this card to active mode. If this is optional, then cool. Because if it's not, then it's going to be hard to activate this effect. Then we have Vegeta, which is critical. My Future. Look at the top card of your deck and place it at the top or bottom of your deck. So that's nice. That's nice. Get to see if you want the card or not. And then we have the alternate art, which looks great as well. Mai's looking kawaii. Oh, wait. It's a different one. Oh, this is a different one. Sorry. It just looks so good that I thought it was an alternate art. Adds up to 2 cards from your life to your hand. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, when an opponent's battle card is returned to their hand by one of your skills, draw 1 card. So you can have a way to get some really nice drawing effects by keeping this Mai alive. And a really fast way, like add up to 2 cards of your life to your hand. You can really switch. It'd be great for that Future Trunks. I think the Future Trunks little archetype can actually be really good. I don't know about Zamasu as much. You would have to mix it up with like some other Vegeta cards or even the Future Saga Trunks cards, but yeah, it actually looks very powerful. Usually if they have alternative arts, they're pretty powerful. So there's the alternative art, which looks very good as well. Did not do wrong with Mai. We have a super combo. You can only have 4 of them, so it doesn't matter what kind of 4 you have, unless there is like a effect that you reveal 1 card in your hand, and that is blah blah blah, whoever, and then you get an effect out of it. Like, I don't know if they have any sort of card that does that, but down the line, I'm sure they will. If you have as a Zamasu battle card, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 1. So they're nice. And choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with 3 cost or less and return it to your owner's hand. And then we have Time Machine. Look at the bottom card of your deck and play up to 1 future Trunks with a cost of 2. Place any remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. Bit confusing. I don't know. I mean, it's a 1 energy that gives you a 2 cost. But place any remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. Maybe I need... Can you put none? I wonder. Final Hope / choose your leader or up to 1 of your battle cards and gets 20,000 power. Then choose up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 or less and return it to its owner's hand. This could be nice as well. And then we have a Black Kamehameha. Then look at 3 cards from your top of your deck and place them at the top or bottom in your deck in any order. Sinister Sickle. Choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with 4 card cost or less and place them at the bottom of your... This is pretty strong. Sinister Shadows. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, choose up to 1 Goku Black battle card and switch it to active mode. Don't know if it's worth a 3 cost. From the Goku Blacks that we've seen, I'm not too sure. And now we are on green here. So let's have a little break here. Okay, dokie. So I didn't really get to see too many Android 17 players. Nor do I know if it's any good. If you have 6 or more energy, this card gets 10,000 power. So it seems like you want to stall with this guy as well as many green cards. Is 10,000 power worth just and flip to 6? Maybe. It still gets the draw effect, but it's only your turn, which is... I think I'd like Brawly more, low-key. And then we have... It's just the alternative. Art looks so good, though. That 17 looks sick. Then we have Future Gohan, which I've heard is very good. So he has the draw 1 effect. And then he's Awakened is place 1 of your energy in your drop. This card gets 15,000 power for the turn. So it's like Brawly, but instead of... I mean, isn't it exactly like Brawly? He gets to 35,000 power. That's all I know. Oh, no. He also allows you to draw 1 card. This guy draws on attack. So it is less important to use this effect, I guess. Unless you really need it, which I do like over the Brawly. Because sometimes you just need that draw card. But at the same time, you don't want to waste the energy. I've gotten to that situation multiple times. Especially if you are like in a like they awakened your Brawly quickly and you don't have enough energy. So you don't obviously want to lose the draw effect just to get 35,000 power. So this is really good. As long as you can place 1 rest energy, which it should be, then that is completely fine. I think the Gohan's actually way better to use than the Brawly. And then he has alternative art, which looks great. Krillin, with the Android AT, the opponent can't attack her. Yeah, I'm going to skip on that. Blocker, if you have Android 17 in your energy area, this card gets 10,000 power. 3 energy costs might not be the most efficient thing to use. 6 energy cost, place up to 1 Son Gohan childhood card with a cost of 6 from when KO'd. This is pretty cool. It's like a backup maybe. 6 energy cost. I wonder what the Gohan cost is. I wonder what the Gohan card is and how good that is. But this could work out pretty well. It's very low in power, but it's still a 10,000 power combo, so you can just keep it in your hand. And you want it weak anyway, so you can combo into it. Or not combo into it, use the blocker. Android 17 critical 15,000 power. Android 17 3 cost. Freaking up that Piccolo. Android 17 on play, add 1 card from your life to your hand, then play up to 1 Android 18 with a cost of 3 or less from your drop. It's not bad at all. Maybe this might persuade me to run them. Double Strike with the 6 cost Android 17 18. Choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with 3 cost or less and KO them. Alright. Double Strike is very threatening for sure. So, not bad at all. It's very easy to get 6 energy cost. 100%. Especially with green right now. I can see Android's actually looking pretty good. Then we have Android 18. Draw 1 card, then discard 1 card from your hand. If you have 6 or more energy, draw 1 card. Not my favorite card. Not my favorite card. I'd probably just leave that be. But if it has a secondary art, maybe. Like, this is nice, but when you have 6 or more energy, you probably want to spend it on something that is not too energy and maybe your big cards. I don't really know how this... Oh, I guess this could force you to get rid of your Gohan. I'm sure there's better ways than that, though. Just use it as a combo or something. Place 1 card from your energy in your drop. Add 1 card from your hand to your energy. Add up to 1 card from your hand to your energy. Place 1 card from your energy in your drop. Add 1 card. What? I guess so. It gets a little complicated now. Yeah, it's too complicated for me. Add 1 card from your life to your hand, and then play up to 117 with a cost of 3 or less. So you want to discard your 17 to play this. So and then I guess 17 then plays 18. So you want to get some decent card. I guess it works. For sure. I think it does work. 19, if you have 6 or more energy, this card gets 10,000 power. Yeah, no, that one's actually a no-go for me. The rest were like, okay, I could deal with that. That one's definitely a no-go. Android 20, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Reveal up to 17 or 18. Add to your hand. This is good. This is good because you want to search out your 17s and 18s for sure. Then we have a 3 cost energy. Android 20, carry this card. Look at 10 cards from your deck. And place up to 1 Dr. Gero's lab in your battle area. Okay, so that's a field. If the field's good, then... definitely you want this card. 10 cards too. This Son Goku is good for your Saiyan decks. For your Broly decks. It's a 1 cost that allows you to draw. Ooh, Jacket Goku. 2 cost. If you have Son Goku Child in your drop, this card gets 10,000 power. I wouldn't say it's the most important thing ever to have in your deck, but cool. This one's good too. This one is probably a very important card for your Gohan Broly deck as like a small little backup. Especially for Broly, this allows you to keep your energy and still use the effect. For Gohan, same thing, and also draw and still have 35,000 power. So I think this is at least a 2 copy in your deck. At least a 2. Because if you play your green deck right, I mean, you shouldn't have to play this, for sure. Then Son Gohan Child, which is not too bad of a card to have as well. Search out Paragus. Just get an extra card, I guess. 5,000 combo, though, was kind of, not amazing for level 1. You want a 10,000 combo. Son Gohan Childhood. This is pretty good. This is a nice card to have if you fail to build up energy. I had one in my Broly deck just in case. It helped out quite a bit. Then we have Super Saiyan 2. This one's good. This one you probably want 4 of... Oh, maybe 4, maybe 3. Maybe 3. This really is a dead card of really early games, so maybe 3 or 2. I think there is ways to search this guy anyway, so I'd say 2. I'd say 2 and probably have like a few Gohans. Wait, does the Gohan search any cost Saiyan? With 5 cost or less. Oh, I think he was at 6 cost. Oh, unlucky. But I'd say 2, 3 max. 4 is a bit too much, I think. This adds a top card of your deck to your life. You can use Turles, that does pretty much the same thing. And he's 5 costs? No, it's 6 costs? I don't remember. And you can use the extra card. It doesn't give you a card, but it's at 3 energy, which you can activate very early. Tien, place 1 card from your life to drop, and then you can choose one of your opponent's cards at 4 costs. This is really nice. Siphons your deck, especially if somebody knows not to awaken your Broly just yet. This could help you out. Not waken your Broly, I guess waken somebody. And then we have this Trunks here. If your leader is Son Gohan, add top card of your deck. You want 4 of these for sure. 4 of these for sure. Nice blocker card, gives you an energy. This card can't attack your opponent's leader. I've used this guy. He wasn't that bad. But I wouldn't really... It's 25,000, 2 costs. I wouldn't say it's the most important thing. It was just fun to run him. Piccolo, 20,000, no effects. Then we have Vegeta, 1 cost, 15,000, 10 cost. Vegeta, those ones with no cost, it's still very useful. It's depending on your archetype. I mean, you can run any so far, unless a card requires you a Vegeta. And in that case, the Vegeta is more important than the Piccolo here, just because he's a Saiyan as well. That Gohan could help you search for that, just in case. You don't want to search a card, your deck, and then not have anything to pick up. So, you know, you might as well replace any of your if you have 1 cost energy cards that are powerhouses, for example, you might as well have 4 of these, just for the sake of it. Add 1 card with a cost of 3 or more from your drop to your energy in rest mode. That is very nice as well. Once per turn, discard 1 card from your hand. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 2 costs or less. I'd say this guy is pretty good. And he has an alternative art. This alternative art is probably the worst art I've ever seen. Well, at least the worst, but like, look at his legs. I posted this on my Twitter. Like, his legs are chicken-like. And I think something to do with his hand is it looks very small. He's a right hand. I guess he's left hand, but in our perspective, he's right hand. It just looks tiny. I think the proportions are completely wrong. So, yeah, not the alternative I'd want. I actually think I'd rather keep this. This one's way better. Look at that. I like the angle. Then we have Hercule. This card must attack whenever possible. Draw 1 card, then discard 1 card from your hand. Don't think it's worth. Yamcha. It could be worth if you have an Android's team. But other than that, no. Super Combo Yamcha. What's the super combo that is for the Broly deck? It's not Paragus. I forgot. Damn, I completely forgot. Anyway, I-Beam. Activate main, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with costs of 1 or less and KO them. Nah. Surely it's not worth. Choose your lead of up to 1 battle card. It gets 20,000 power. Then if you have 15 or more cards in your drop, add up to 1 card with a cost of 3 or more from your drop to your energy in rest mode. As a level 1, I don't know how fast the Androids team can like mill out your deck, but if you want to run Androids, I think this is a very important card to have. At least, even 4 of these is actually worth it. Because at least, even if you don't have the 15 cost, you can still get the 20,000 power. So, I think this is a necessary card. Then we have Instant Kamama, which is a 0 cost extra, which places 1 of your energy in your drop, and then chooses, I guess it technically is a energy used, but you can use a rest energy. So, and then you can choose up to 1 of your battle cards, and it gets 15,000 power for the turn. Combine that with the Cell, you really didn't lose much. Then we have the Field. Okay, so activate main. Switch this card to rest mode. If your leader is 17, add 1 card with Android in a special shape from your drop to energy. Wow, that is very good. Very, very good. Does it cost if it has a green symbol here, doesn't mean it costs the green to do that? Like, you need to have 1 energy for green. Maybe. I think it's still worth it anyway. If you have 6 or more energy, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 1. And then place 1 of your energy in your drop. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 5 or less and KO it. Again, this is like good for the Gohan deck. And now we are on to the final color, which is yellow. The Ginyu, which is a draw 1 card. And then we have the Ginyu Goku as the Awakened. I swear they did this for the first series as well. It's still a draw 1 when attacking. The effect, though, is once per turn. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Choose all your battle cards with Ginyu Force in the special state and switch them to active mode. So you can attack and then switch them to active mode, which could get me lean to another attack. This definitely leans towards something like a spammy deck, like something you want like 5 cards on the field or something. 5 came to my head because there's 5 Ginyu Force members. Which red deck pretty much counters a lot of that. It's going to be hard to do that, I think. Then we have the alternative art, which looks pretty good. I like that. Cooler is a critical hit and gets 5,000 power. And then Cooler Final Form, draw 1 card. Discard 1 card from your hand. Choose up to one of your battle cards with a cost of 4 or less and freeze a clan in special trait. Or 1 of your energy and switch it to active mode. That is really nice, actually. This is actually a pretty cool card. You do have to discard, but I feel like with yellow, you have a lot of cards. I end up with a lot of yellow cards. But that may be because I had a card that drew 1 when attacking. But this could help you out. But I think this could work out actually really well. But I think the original Frieza starter deck leader is probably a little better. I'd rather switch my card instead of 1 energy into active. I'm not too sure. I think I do lean towards Frieza though. Then the alternative art, which is horrid. Ooh. See, I'm telling you, the Frieza army stuff are not looking good. Pool. Switching to this rest mode, then you can reveal 1 card with Frieza Army and a special trait and add it to your hand. I think I've used this a handful of times. I only had 1 copy in my deck, but it's good to search out your freeze cards, especially if you fail to, pull 1 from your first initial hand. Then this card is a switch to rest mode, draw 1 card. I like this card. You can actually draw multiple if you combo it with one of the other Frieza members, so you can keep it alive quite well. And then we have this Ginyu on play. Look at the 5 cards from your target deck and reveal up to 1 non-Ginyu card with Ginyu Force in a special trait and add it to your hand. Place the rest of them at the bottom of your deck in any order. If you're running the Ginyu, I think this is a 4 copy card. You definitely want to get as many Ginyu Forces in your hand and on the field. If you have 3 or more battle cards with Frieza Army and special trait, switch up to 2 of your energy to active mode. Then you can't play Ginyu for the turn. This is actually really good because it only restricts you on Ginyu. You can summon Jace, Berta, Raccoon, Goldo, and you get 2 energy for that. So this pretty much is a freebie, but you do have to have 3 or more battle cards. So that is the hardest thing. But you have 3, you summon this guy, you get the 2 back, then you have still another 3. So probably worth it, especially when you need to get as many Ginyu Force members out. Your probably goal here is to just keep summoning Ginyu Force, but don't attack with them. So you can build them up, and then you probably want somebody that can drain your life here. So hopefully we find one. This alternate art looks sick. This is probably one of my favorites, actually. Look at that. It looks clean. Then we have Ginyu Goku. Add up to 1 extra with Ginyu Force in a special trait from your drop to your hand. Okay. We'll have to see what that extra card is. Blocker, when KO, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. This could be good. This is a very nice card because you can just choose a card that hasn't attacked yet and they can't attack. Then we have Cooler, 25,000 powerhouse for 3 cost. And this final Cooler which is a blocker. When attacking or blocking, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Then if that card has 2 or less, this is a really nice blocker card. I think I'd rather run 4 of these than King Cold. Because King Cold can KO an enemy's card that costs 4 or less. But this guy can switch it to rest mode, and it can be any card. So you could switch out a higher costing unit and then play Golden Freezer, then locks it, which is essentially just... I think this is a better card to have than King Cold. I see King Cold's use, but I'd rather... If I was to pick one of the two, I'd probably pick this guy. But at the same time, he has no combo power. So maybe not. You do want to consider combo power for sure. And then the alternative art here. Because sometimes I play games with the Freezer deck and I don't ever actually summon King Cold. Like, it's not necessary at all. Because I have, like, Zarbon on the field already. So, yeah. Sometimes, yeah, maybe I do want King Cold, actually. And then we have Goldos, which this card's rest mode. Choose up to one of your opponent's rest mode battle cards and can't switch to active mode. He's probably going to be the least effective Ginyu Force member. Then we have King Cold, 30,000 powerhouse. I believe he combos with the Mecha Freezer, if I remember right, but we'll see him later. This Zarbon can look up to 5 cards and choose up to 1 card that includes Freezer in its name and add it to your hand and the rest at the bottom of your deck in any random order. Salazar is a critical, one of the few criticals in your freeze deck, which could be helpful. Add some threat. And then we have this Salazar, which switches this card to rest mode, play up to 1 powder card with cost of 2 or less, and Cool Squadron in a special trait. I think this is probably the weaker category to have. Like, there's not much. Jace is, if you have a total of 3 or more cards with Ginyu Force, it's a special trait among your leader and battle cards. This card gets 5,000 power. Yeah, this is really nice. 15,000 power originally, 1 cost, and then it becomes 20,000 power, which could still damage the 4 cost leaders. Not the 4 cost, but 4 life leaders, awakened leaders, sorry. Could be actually really nice to have. Actually, a really good card to have. Sui is a critical card for 3 costs. This card gets 10,000 power on your opponent's turn. It actually can be quite annoying as well. Shield. All battle cards in the Freezer clan is special trait, gets 5,000. I don't think Shield's all that good. It sounds nice getting 5,000 power, but you're trying to set up so much with like the Freezer deck that there's no room for this guy. Like, you want to make sure you have blockers before your Golden Freezer comes out, so he's protected because he's not the strongest card ever. You want to make sure that you have second form Freezer out to mill out your life as fast as possible. There's so many things that in the early game that there's no room for Shield that I find out. Dore chooses up to 1 battle card with Cooler Squadron in its special trait and switch it to active mode. Dodoria, if you have Freeze or Zarbon in your battle area, this is not really that amazing. Nice is a blocker, and then on play, so it's like a Zarbon, but if you want Cooler Squadron, then you run this guy instead of Zarbon, but we don't run Cooler Squadron, so that's a skip. Nail is a super combo unit. And then we have Berta, which, yeah, another awful art. I don't know what they did to my boy Berta. 20,000 power to cost. You probably need it if you're running Ginyu Force. This guy, Banan, is really nice. And if your turn, choose up to one of your rest cards in Freezer Army and switch it to active mode. Very nice for protecting. I've seen this guy use for the Ginyu Frog, where it switches back to active, so then he can't be targeted. And then you have, of course, another draw power, for sure, because obviously you don't want it to die. Or you use it as... You can set 3 rest mode characters into actives, which is really good. Especially if you're swarming. Then we have a 2-cost Freezer, which switches this card to rest mode. Play up to 1 battle card with cost of less than 1. And Freezer's Army is special trait from your hand. I think this is good for the Ginyu Force. You probably want to have this... you probably want to protect it as well as... Then we have a 4-cost full power freezes card. Can't be switched to active mode during your charge phase. So that's during the charge phase. So that means you have to combo it with the leader freezer or the act Banan. 40,000 power though for 4 costs. It's pretty good. Pretty good powerhouse. And then this freezer, I don't know where they got this freezer. He looking like Metal Cooler out here. But it is the full power freezer alternative. He don't look full power, I'll tell you that much. And then we have this Mecha Freezer, 5 costs, play up to 1 King Cold with a cost of 4 from your hand. I don't really enjoy it. I don't want this card. This card's not really worth it. Yes, you could use a blocker King Cold, but if you're playing 5 Golden Freeze, you're probably having a Golden Freeze in your hand. This is like if you don't have Golden Freezer, maybe. But at the same time, it's so unlikely that you don't have a Golden Freeze in your hand if you're playing 4. That it's not really worth it here. Unless you are solely not using Golden Freeze and using, I guess, like a cooler full power freezer thing. Yeah, like this is so unnecessary right now. Maybe if if you're looking for a longer term freezer card, then maybe that will be the play. But right now, the 5 cost is the highest and the best thing to get, and that's the Golden Freezer. Metal Cooler is 3 cost. Permanent. You can include as many copies of this card in your deck as you like. That is good. And then play up to 1 Metal Cooler with a cost of 3 from your hand. So you just run like all of them. That would be funny. I actually would love to try that out at one point. Raccoon, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand and play up to 1 battle card with a cost of 2 or less. And Ginyu Force in this trait. This is very good. Milling your life, and I don't know what happened to Raccoon either. And allows you to summon another Ginyu Force member, which is really good. So can you combo this guy with the other Ginyu, which then on play lets you summon another Raccoon or something? No, is it 2 costs? I think it's 2 costs. It gives you 2 energy, and then... So if you have 3 costs... No, if you have 4 costs, you can play, like... you can play a lot, okay? You can play a lot with this guy. I think he is a must. Unfortunately, he's a 3 cost. It's not the most efficient thing, but it's worth it for his effect. And then we have the extra card for the Ginyu Force for the 15,000. For each card with Ginyu Force in a special trait among your leader battle card. So yeah, this is very swarm-like deck. And I think that could be very fun to see. Don't know how effective it is. Obviously, the game's so early. There's not much material. And then we have the Cooler Squadron. We skip on this, but it draws 1 card and switch 1 of your energy to mode to active, which is good. If you have total more Cooler and all cards in the special among your leader. So if you have Cooler as your leader, I don't know if it's justifiable because there's only 3 of them, man. There's only 3 of them. Crusher Ball, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. That's pretty good, actually. Just for the draw. I'll take it for the draw. Choose your leader of 1 of your battle cards and get 20,000 power. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's rest mode cards with a cost of 4 or less and switch it. I used Supernova once. The 20,000 power is just super helpful. And then the rest mode is just like an added bonus, I guess. Because not many freezer cards give you what? Usually, like the other extra cards were giving you like 25,000 power or something like that. So I think Cooler's one is the strongest of the bunch. Or maybe the start of deck freezer. No, I think it only gives 15,000 power. Yeah. Body change, choose up to 1 of your active battle cards and switch it to rest mode. And choose up to 1 of your battle cards with 4 or less and switch it to active mode. So, okay. I see what it's trying to do there. Sacrificing 1 card's attacking potential and value to switch it to active mode. Yep. Then, yeah, there's a lot of extra cards for Ginyu Force. If you have 2 or more battle cards with Ginyu Force in the special traits, draw 2 cards. That is a very strong card, actually. And now we are on to Secret Rare, so the SCR. I've seen this card, and I think this is what makes red so good. For just 4 energy costs, you get a card that lowers on play 15,000 power for the turn. It's 4 costs. It's so early. And then when this card carries an opponent's battle card in battle, so without the effect, deal 1 damage to your opponent. And it's 30,000 power, which is very, very strong. Very, very strong. Because it's 4 costs, though, it has a lot of weaknesses. And 30,000 power, I guess, technically, late game. But this could, if you get multiple of these guys out, you could start steamrolling your opponent's health for sure. And then we have the alternative art for Goku, UI Goku, which does look a bit funky. I do actually like this art better. This should have been like the basic art, unfortunately. And then, oh, is that another one? Wow, that one, Secret Rare double star. Oh my god, that one's gonna go nuts. If I pull that, it's gonna go crazy. And then we have Childhood Gohan, 7 costs. It's not an effect card, is it? It's a battle card, yeah. 50,000 power. I think this is the strongest card in the game because Broly's 45,000 power. So, strongest base attack power in the game. Discard 1 card from your hand. Choose all your opponent's battle cards with cost of 5 or less and KO them. Then this card can't attack for the turn, which is way worth it. Well worth it. Well worth it. For sure. And works well with the Broly deck as well because, I guess the green deck, because when you are at 7 energy, or you get to a turn where you put your charge phase and it's 7 energy, there's really just nothing you can do for that turn to summon out Broly anyway. So this could be a very nice alternative instead of comboing like 3 different cards, I guess. In order to, I guess, save an extra turn. So I think if you are going to run green, you want at least like 3 copies of this guy for sure. Yeah. I think that is it, because we're at the secret rares. What else secret rares do we have? Do we have blue secret rares? Oh, we have the alternative art. Gohan's face is a little bit funky. He looks anorexic. Which is definitely... He looks like they copied this Gohan's face onto a different Gohan's body. Not my... This gold version of the secret rare is not my thing. But I like the background. Oh, that's it. They don't have like the white copy. Damn, like this copy version. All right, well, that is it for the Series 1 Awakened Pulse. What I'm leaning towards what I think my favorite archetype is going to be red, if I can pull MUI Gokus, of course. I think with all the support they get through here is very nice. This is obviously just first impressions. I think blue could be interesting in some Trunks way. I'm not sure about the Zamasu, but I can see its potential. And then probably my favorite from the looks of it, because I just like Swarm decks, it's just very annoying to deal with, is the Ginyu Force. The Ginyu Force looks pretty fun to use. I don't know how good it's going to be. And then the green deck, if you get like the optimal cards, like 3 Gohans, maybe 2 Gohans, 3 Brawlies, 3 Brawlies, 3 Gohans or something like that, and then like all the energy cards that you need, then yeah, actually it could be very, very fun to use as well. And having the Gohan as the leader instead, I think would be better than using the Broly. So I'm super excited for this game to come out in the digital version because I want to build all of these decks. It's going to be very hard because you need 4 copies of a lot of these good cards. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Check out my Discord and my Twitch, link in the description. We have channels for the Dragon Ball Super card game. If you want to talk, not in the comment section, just with others as well, we're all in there. I'm trying to build up that community. And of course, Twitch is where I'll be live streaming the game when it does come out, because we spend like hours playing the game because it's just so addictive. And then of course, subscribe for more Dragon Ball Super Fusion World content. I want to do deck build plays, openings, card pack, real life card pack openings, in-game card pack openings, all the 9 yards for this game. Because I do really enjoy this game, for sure. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay physical. Peace.